economic development, and I do this for Sanford. But on the other hand, I love my realtor.
Oh.
Great job. Sold 2 properties for me, one in a week and one in less than 30 days. So
we closed in 12 days. Okay, so we'll get to
Yeah.
that. Closing, property number 2. Speaking about the first property, we closed in 12 days. I listed it and closed it, cash, 12 days.
Amazing.
Super excited here.
No, I know.
Super
I
excited.
just so everybody knows what I did just to be able to figure out who would be a good candidate for listing it is I looked at the properties in the community and I noticed that you'd gone pending so quickly on that one, and that's how I reached out to you, because I thought this person knows enough about this property and sold it so quick, he probably has a good handle on who might be interested in these kinds of units. So
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm glad I did. And then that's what also led me to use you for the second property, which, you know, I think I took a little bit of a sidestep because I was trying to avoid paying, you know, a commission for the listing side of it. And then at the end of the day, you know, I changed my mind. We went and we listed it together, and it sold in less than 30 days. So I couldn't be happier.
Now, going back to that, that thing sounded too good to be true. And if we didn't do business prior, I might not have I probably still would have pushed. But I found out that it was just too good to be true. You're how they take money from the buyer agent and how they're betting on you hiring them whenever in the near future. And that special that they had, that normally you have to buy a house right now in order for them to sell your house for free. But they had a promo because there's a new program and they're just trying to get people in the door where you don't have to buy a new house right now. But the catch that they were trying to do is they weren't going to do anything, as we talked about a little bit. I won't go too much into it. But it was just what you get for free is you don't really get anything. And they were the person, in order for it to work, someone would have had to be with RP funding to go there in order to get the free closing costs, because they take it, and it's not all the closing costs, it's just the lender's fees. It's not the taxes, the insurance, title. It's just the lender's fees. It's just the money that they're making from the lender's making from the closing cost. And it's deducted out of the buyer agent's commission. So it's no buyer agent wants to lose commission to get free closing costs when you can negotiate it into the loan. You know, just either add it on or ask for, you know, so that whole mindset of this is how we're going to do it just kept tripping over itself and stuff like that. But I'm glad that you picked me, and I'm super excited, and I'm glad I was able to get you what we got, and here we are at the closing table. I'm just going to ask a couple questions, which you already answered a lot of. What fears did you have about selling your property? What fears did you have about selling your property?
Honestly, like, I think everybody has the same fear. Oh, no one's going to want to buy it. How long is it going to take? Because there's a mortgage that has to be paid while it's for sale.
Especially if you're not living there.
Right, and then of course, the maintenance on the property while you're not living there, because it did have a pool. And those were the main fears. And honestly, I'm grateful that it sold so quickly. I'm glad that you dedicated your time to doing open houses and things like that. It got sold very
We have one showing, and I was there. That's my commitment. I'm at every showing, and those are the person that bought it. And we listed it in November, right? Or December?
I think you did it coming soon.
Did it coming soon.
And then we actually officially listed it in December.
Yeah, so slow, a dangerous month. I don't think of it as that, because there's always someone wanting to buy something, but normally
Yeah, it's a tough
people,
month.
It's not the easiest month. That other company didn't want to do that. They wanted to list it in January. If they did listen to December, give like a longer time frame. And I think I only put like 3 months or 2 months or something.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. I mean,
the contract with me was only for
Yeah.
I knew I didn't need that long. I knew I could get it done.
So it got done. We're real pleased.
And you kind of already answered this one. What process did you use to select me to represent you? You saw me on a prior property.
Right,
So
and did such a good job. I went ahead and we agreed to do it on, and I plan to use you for any property, that I do. And just so that people know, I am a licensed broker. It's not like I couldn't do it myself, but I much prefer to use someone who is working
I
it
didn't
full
know
time.
that. Did you
Yeah.
tell me that?
Yeah, I'm a
Oh.
licensed broker. I've had my broker's license for years, and I've been a qualifying broker for developers and that kind of thing.
Oh, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, and so I much prefer to use someone who is doing it full time, who's out there. I mean, a lot of people think it's like doing brain surgery on yourself. You can't sort of, that's not what I do for a living. I am in economic development, so I go to someone who's working real estate full time, and I see the value in paying the commission to someone who works it full time.
To get it done.
Right.
To meet your goal. Awesome. What did I do different from other agents you've worked with?
Oh gosh, amazing. I've had many interactions with realtors, and what I find refreshing is that, number one, I think you were able to realize that you're talking to another real estate person, so I kind of get the basics. So you weren't trying to manage my expectations. Like I've had to deal with other realtors that want to tell me, well, December's a tough month. But yeah, I know all of it. I know all of it. Well, you need not to expect people to, because you've had this house for a little while, you haven't replaced the roof or the AC and things like it. So I appreciated that you did not, you didn't treat
I didn't
me
downgrade
like,
anything.
Right, you didn't
Yeah.
treat me like I didn't know what the deal was, number one. Number two, I noticed that you worked really hard. You did, you went door to door. You
Yeah.
did the open houses. You dedicated your time to marketing the property. You did exceptional on the photographs.
And the video.
So that was really a wonderful, refreshing change. Normally, I just have realtors that they don't care. It's just a listing and someone else is going to sell it. That's their mentality.
And that's the worst. The job is to sell the property.
Mm-hmm.
The buyer agent's job is to get a qualifying buyer, right, and show them around. But the buyer agent has no idea what these properties are. A lot of time, that's what sets me aside on the buying side. But the listing agent's job is to sell the property, not list the property and just let the MLS sell it. So you're absolutely right. You kind of answered this one a little bit. I'm going to combine question 4 and question 5 together. It says, how did I handle the process for you? And then what would you say in recommending me to a friend or a family member or anybody off the street?
Well, I appreciated that I didn't have to worry. I felt like once I put the property in your hands that, there was not going to be an ongoing difficulty with, staying on top of what's going on. I always had the communication there. We were able to talk openly. It was great. And then, the process in and of itself, when it comes to inspections and maintenance and things like that while the property's for sale, you were always willing to go check it out and let me know if I had to do something, which was nice. And yes, I would definitely, and I have recommended you to many people that I work with and even my own family members, because I think it's important that you have a realtor that's willing to invest the time, not just make a listing and let someone else try to sell it. Yeah.
Commitment.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure, guys. I can't
Pleasure
wait
for
for
us
the
too.
next one. And Jeff.Osborn, your personal realtor, aka Problem Solver.